My husband told me that he hates me, and that he only married me to get back at me. But what he doesn't know is that I already knew. Tonight, while the world is applauding me on stage, he's sitting in the crowd pretending to be my loving husband. Pretending, like he's done for 8 long years. The ballroom glittered with lights as my name echoed through the speakers, Sophie Carlton, Realtor of the Year. Applause thundered. Cameras flashed. I smiled, waved, thanked my team, and then looked straight at my husband, Kevin. He didn't even clap. Arms crossed. Expression flat. I'd practically begged him to attend this dinner, the same way I'd begged for his attention for years. But not tonight. Tonight, his indifference only made my heart sink. The drive home was quiet enough to hear my heartbeat. No congratulations. No, I'm proud of you. Nothing. When we got home, I tucked the kids into bed and found him at the kitchen counter drinking. Why do you treat me like this, Kevin? Why do you always act so nonchalant and mean towards me? Ow, there you go again, woman. Is there any way to please you? Look, I am in no mood for another argument, he responded. I am tired of bottling things up. You are always so selfish, I answered. What do you want from me? His tone was higher this time. I need you to be present. At least reciprocate my devotion. Is that asking for too much? But you asked me to accompany to the event, and I did. How present do you want me to be? Should I kill myself to please you? He snapped. That's it. Why do I need to beg you to come with me? And you couldn't make it more obvious that you didn't want to be there. You were so cold. When did it get this bad? I asked. He didn't even look up. He just sat there charting away on his phone. I can't take this anymore. I just can't. Not again, Sophie. I'm not in the mood. He cut me off. No, you never are. You act like I'm your enemy. I said. He laughed, bitterly. Maybe you are. He stood to leave, muttering, do what you want. I poured myself a glass of wine and broke down in silence. After a few minutes I went into the bedroom to freshen up in hopes that we could perhaps talk, but calmer this time, but he was sound asleep. That night, I realized the man I married was long gone. Or maybe he was never really here. My name is Sophie. I'm 44, a mother of 2, and for 8 years I've been married to a man who never loved me. Kevin, 48, was once the persistent college senior who wouldn't take no for an answer. Back then, I thought his obsession was affection. He chased me for years, even when I ignored him. He wormed his way into my family, became everyone's favorite, and eventually, after a failed engagement and my own longing to start a family, I gave him a chance. We married fast. Too fast. Within 3 months I was a wife, and a year later a mother. I built a home, a career, a family. While he built resentment. For years I paid the bills, the mortgage, the car, the groceries, everything. He called it teamwork. But whenever I succeeded, he found new ways to punish me. Not once did he gift me, or buy me anything special even on my birthdays. Although I always went all out for his birthdays, I made sure to make every birthday special for him, but it was never the case with him. He would say he never really gave much thoughts about birthdays, yet he'd remember to celebrate our nannies at their saying, "Ow wow Sophie, they take good care of the kids." Not like I had anything against that, but just imagine how that made me feel. No gifts. No affection. On my birthdays, he'd even pick fights just to make me cry. And like a fool, I excused it. I told myself he was stressed, that love would return. It never did. The next day I needed to get to the grocery store. We were low on supplies. The weather was bright and beautiful. We were starting to see summer. I picked the olive dress I had just recently purchased. Perhaps I could put in some more effort with my looks. Not that I looked bad, I just wanted a more playful and fun look. I checked the mirror and I looked good. I thought to myself he might notice me after all. I styled my hair differently. Oswell. I let it down, put on some perfume, picked up a pair of sunnies, my purse and a lovely wedge sandals. I made my way downstairs. I would have breakfast with the kids before heading out. I always tried to spend as much time as I could with them. I quickly made some pancakes and eggs and in no time my kids joined me. Do you know where my husband is? I asked the nanny who had resumed quite early. He stepped out about an hour ago. I checked my time. It was just 8 a.m. I wonder where he went to. Not like this days he told me anything. I thought to myself. The kids and I enjoyed our breakfast while chatting about different things, like what we would be doing for the summer. And in a few minutes, I was on my way out. While grocery shopping, I heard someone call my name. Hey Sophie, Sophie. I turned and saw Mr. Stephen. He was one of Kelvin's major contractors. How are you, ma'am? I'm doing good, thank you. How is the family? I inquired. What about the kids? He asked. They are great, thank you. I didn't see you Ceylon product lunch 2 weeks ago. I asked Kelvin and he said you were sick. Me sick, I thought to myself. I didn't even hear about any lunch, much more of a new product. I smiled and nodded. I wasn't going to let the world know about our problems. How are you feeling now? I am well now, thank you, I responded. I will see you around, I need to run. We said our goodbyes and I proceeded to finish with my shopping. But that statement Kevin said you were sick kept ringing in my head. I couldn't brush off the thought. And he didn't let me know about the event. I had to hear from someone else, pertaining a company I had invested heavy in. I had sold the house I inherited from my grandmother to help his company. Yet this was what I got. He came home that night. I served him his dinner. I wanted to ask him about what Mr. Stephen had said earlier, but I decided not to. I was going to choose some peace and quiet. Besides, the kids were still very much awake and I myself needed a break from all the fighting, so I never asked, but every day those words from Stephen haunted me. Summer came and I decided I needed space. I took the kids to my parents' house for 2 weeks. While at my parents' house, I enjoyed a sense of relief and freedom. I finally finished reading my book. My sister and her kids were around for the summer holiday as well, so I didn't even have any time to think about Kevin and all the problems we had. The kids were having a swell time with their cousins and I was bonding with my sister. We had missed each other so much. My sister Evelyn, although 3 years my junior, yet so full of wisdom. She was married to her college sweetheart and her marriage was nothing like mine. The complete opposite. She had suggested severally that I leave Kevin, but we always ended up having quarrels about the subject. So she didn't bother asking me about him this time, and I thought it best not to share anymore. We just enjoyed our company, saw a movie, played games and just had fun. Although it was just 2 weeks, I felt alive again, and as for Kevin, he never called. Not once. He did not even return my calls. When we got back, I saw an unfamiliar car parked in our garage. My stomach dropped. I dropped the kids at my friend Debbie's house. Her house was just 2 blocks from mine, and returned quietly. Through the half-open bedroom door, I saw him, and her. Naked. Laughing. It was Monica. The same woman I'd asked him about 100 times. They didn't even notice me standing there. I pulled out my phone, hit record, and walked out. Calm, quiet, done. I didn't confront him. I held my cool and drove back to my friend's place. I fought the tears but gave in. I felt so lost and betrayed. I got to Debbie's house but I was too cold to step out. The tears just wouldn't stop even though I tried. I needed to talk to someone, so I called my sister. I told her everything I had just seen. She wasn't surprised. She never really liked him and hated the way he treated me. What are you going to do now? She asked. I don't know right now, but I won't be staying this time. Let's talk again soon. I need to pick up the kids. Okay, please take good care of yourself. She said her goodbyes and the line went off. I called Kevin but there was no response, so I went in to pick my kids. Are you okay? Debbie asked. You look pale. It's nothing serious, I am just a little tired. She made me a sandwich and offered me drink. I collected it and thanked her. I was starving and needed to take my mind off things. My kids were very fond of her children. My phone rang and it was Kevin. I picked. I missed your call, he said. I wanted to know if you were at home. We are just on our way home and the kids are so excited to see you. Okay, where are you? He asked. I stopped by the grocery store. We should be home in 30 minutes. Okay, he muttered. I am at the office. I have a bunch of meetings. I will meet you all at home much later. He sounded very calm. I smiled. He was such a good liar. Made me wonder how many more lies he's been telling. As weeks passed, I got a lawyer and started planning. His birthday was in 2 weeks, the perfect day for his gift. I invited everyone, friends, family, colleagues. Decorated the house, baked his favorite cake. I smiled through it all. He didn't suspect a thing. What he did not know was that I had a big surprise planned for him. The night went on with loads of food, drinks and good music, and soon it was time to give a toast to the birthday boy. His sisters presented him a gift. A few of his friends had a few things to say about him. Laughter filled the room, a lot of childhood jokes. The kids presented their gifts to him, and now it was my turn. I made sure I was the last to give a toast. I had carefully planned this for weeks, replaying it every single time, and it was finally time. I held the mic. To my darling husband, I began. smiling sweetly. I wish you a happy birthday, and a happy life, free from your miserable wife and... The room fell silent. I handed him an envelope. Your gift, I said. Inside, divorce papers, and a USB drive with the video. Gasps filled the room. His hands shook. Sophie, what is this? Oh, don't act surprised. You filmed your own destruction. His sister looked at him in shock. Guests whispered. He barked, everyone out. Within minutes, the house emptied, except for us. My sister had taken the kids with her. She was quite aware of everything that was happening, and I had her full support. He glared. You're filming me now too? No need, I said. The camera already caught everything. He sneered. You ruined my life. No, Kevin. You did that yourself. He opened the envelope. You want a divorce? And then he saw the tape. You were filming me, he shouted. Is that what you should be concerning yourself with? You have been so mean and heartless towards me. At first I thought it was just a phase, but what I didn't picture was you cheating. And with who? Same Monica you fought severally for, claiming there was nothing going on between you two. Well, now you know, he said harshly. What do you expect after all the stress you put me through when I was still trying to date you? You never wanted to give me a chance. I had to beg and beg. Yet all you did was humiliate me, he said with his voice shaky. I never humiliated you, and for Christ's sakes that was a long time ago. I have been nothing but a devoted and supportive wife, and look at how you pay me. You didn't even tell me of the new product launched for the company, didn't invite me either, as if I wasn't important, for the same company I invested so much in. And you have repeated that ever since you gave me that loan. You keep reminding me, I will pay you back. Well, damn right you will pay, and you will dearly. I have packed up all your things, they are at the garage. I don't want to see you anymore. You are evil, Sophie, and if anything I am glad we get to end this charade. It took so long for you to realize I stayed in this marriage only to punish you. I already know that, I muttered. I hate you, he responded. Weeks later, we stood in court. He tried to talk his way out of it, but the evidence was undeniable. The judge granted me full custody of the kids, the house, and $500,000 in settlement. Compensation for the home I sold to fund his fake dreams. He left the city soon after. Word got around. No one wanted to work with him again. A year later, I run my own real estate firm. The kids are thriving. And me? I finally sleep in peace. Sometimes I still think about that night. His face, the shock, the silence. But then I remind myself. I didn't lose a husband. I escaped a prison. He said he married me to punish me. But in the end, I was the one who set him free.